Marketing is vital for your business, and that's the reason why you have to delegate it to an expert as soon as you reach the six-figure threshold to be able to grow your seven-figure business. Now, and this is the topic of this video, how to grow, how to scale to eight-figure. Scale being the trendy word. By the way, let me give you once and for all the difference between growing and scaling. To scale is to be able to sell more by acquiring more people, like salespeople, for example, and by automating or building systems to make it easier to increase output. All right? To grow is to be able to sell more by having more customers, more frequent purchases, or a bigger average cart value. So first you scale, then you grow. I always use the word grow, assuming that the scaling work has been taken care of before. So how to grow your eight-figure business once you have already made a few millions? From a marketing and sales standpoint, there are two ways to grow your business. Either you get more customers or you make them worth more. You make them worth more by maximizing the value or the frequency of their purchases. Increasing customers is vertical growth. Making each of them more valuable is horizontal growth. Now listen well. This is the radical difference between seven and eight-figure businesses from a marketing and sales standpoint. Up to around 1 million in sales, your first goal is to get more customers. Vertical growth. Once you reach the seven-figure threshold, you start switching your marketing and sales strategies to increasing the value of your customers. How to make them buy more. How to make them buy more frequently. How to increase customer lifetime value. That's horizontal growth. Okay? Now beware. To sell you their magic beans, marketers often say things like, hey, if you put $1 in your marketing system and you get $2 out, how much would you put in there? And given the enticing promise of doubling your money, the natural response is supposed to be something like, oh, as much as I can afford to invest. Okay, that's theory. It doesn't work this way in the real world. Here's the reality. If you keep spending money into acquiring new customers using your previously proven marketing strategy, the cost of acquiring a customer will get higher. If you use ads, they will convert less and become less profitable, and your margins will decrease. This is the law of diminishing returns, and everybody deals with it. Every growing business faces this situation. It's not a problem. It's just something that you have to be aware of. All right? On the other hand, in increasing the value of your customers, horizontal growth, you will substantially increase your margins and therefore your profit and your cash. Always have something more for your current customers. Cherish them and put new offers in front of them all the time. In addition, it will bring you new business from referrals. All right? To know more about this topic of growing your customers' lifetime value, go watch my video called 80-20 Marketing. So, from seven figures to go up, your goal is to strengthen your steady base of satisfied customers that generate stable and predictable revenue. Ideally, you build some form of recurring revenue in your company. This is the holy grail that a lot of business owners aim for. That's why you see so many offers that are subscriptions. You don't need it. It's much better with it. It's great, Ideally, you do have a certain percentage of recurring revenue in your company, but you can grow an 8-figure business without it. All right? If you work on the right things. Okay? What are the right things? Let's summarize them. To plan your business life and your own life, to set the goals, to define your business culture and long-term strategy, to make sure you have the right people at the right positions, to supervise them the right way every week. The right way meaning without interfering and without micromanaging. To grow an 8-figure business, you have to keep an eye weekly on your business finances to find out and to understand the most important metrics for your industry, for your business. You will have to handle the crucial discussions with your most important partners, and so on. These are the activities of 8-figure business owners. All right? If you own a 7-figure business and you want to transform it into an 8-figure business, you will have to transform yourself first into an 8-figure business owner. Therefore, to transform your schedule, the things you do on a daily basis, to do what 8-figure business owners do, for your business to automatically become an 8-figure business. And how do you do all this? By creating more time in your schedule. Essentially, by letting go most of your operations, including marketing and sales, even if you are great at it. There's no choice at this point. If you want your business to grow up to 8-figure, you cannot work on your marketing. Your business needs you elsewhere on more important things. What brought you here won't get you there. Remember, you can define the marketing strategy. That's it. But never be the one who implements it. Ever again. You don't touch your ad account, YouTube or Facebook ad account, whatever it's called. You don't touch it ever again. Even if you are a marketing genius, which is not the case for 99% of us business owners. Okay? You supervise it, but don't spend your precious time on this. This is one of the 2 reasons I keep saying that building an 8-figure business is not for everybody. Some business owners seem like they are determined, but they get lost along the way. And the 2 reasons business owners get lost before reaching the 8-figure level is 1, they keep working on what brought them at a certain level instead of working on the right things that would allow their business to grow up to 8-figure. It's like when you drive a car with a manual transmission, but you never put the second gear. You keep driving in the first speed all your life. And the second reason people get lost along the way before reaching the 8-figure level is that they find their comfort zone somewhere during the process and they don't move anymore. The comfort zone is where you can afford most of the things that you dreamed about a while ago without too much hassle. It's funny, there's a psychological shift that happens sometimes with people who reach their first $1 million in sales. If you have never made $1 million before, when you do, you may start thinking that you are the top gun, the new big cheese in town, especially if you are young. And the symptoms go as follows. You forget about modesty, you start to lecture everybody, you buy a Lambo, your main topic of conversation is yourself, and everything revolves around money and possessions. That happens to a lot of people. Boys will be boys. The danger is not only becoming the most annoying and narcissistic person on the planet, but also to get stuck at this growth stage forever. Or worse, the danger is to totally lose control, to lose your mind and waste everything that you have earned. Getting lost for a period of time when you reach the 7-figure stage is understandable. You come from an environment where there was no money, you had no connections, you had no resources, no nothing. So you want to enjoy your earnings. I've been there. It's delicious. So you waste some time here and there along the way because you're a human being and you discover new situations. All right? You fall down and you get up. That's the story of our lives. But the difference is made by how long one gets lost in this spending and foolish enjoyment trap. So how long do people get lost at this 7-figure stage? It's a question of maturity. The sooner you understand and fully grasp the concept of deferrable rewards, the better. But how to get out of this trap? There's a commonality for people who get out of there. Sooner or later, they realize that it's not just about themselves and not just about stockpiling cars and watches and girls and bottles of champagne. Most ambitious people will keep growing their businesses essentially for one reason: social awareness. Nothing is impossible once you have a goal that's greater than yourself. Once you are also aiming for contribution, sharing, building, when you find your cause, that's when you are unstoppable. Remember this. When you grow an 8-figure business, you directly create an average of between 20 to 60 jobs, or even 600 jobs if you are in the janitorial industry. Not to mention the support that you regularly provide to all the various suppliers that you buy products and services from. Nature is well made. If a business owner falls down at the 7-figure level and can't get back up, it means that there was too much which turned their heads. And it shows that they reached the highest level that they can do. So there's no regret to have. They were not made for the highest level, the 8-figure level. On the other hand, if you have what it takes to go further, you won't even feel the heat of the 7-figure stage. Or not that much. You will just keep improving and keep working on the right things until your 8-figure goal.